The old mansion stood on a hill overlooking the town. Its presence was both commanding and foreboding, a silent sentinel that had witnessed the passage of time and the changing tides of history. A crumbling relic of a bygone era, the mansion's walls were now a patchwork of decay and neglect. Each crack and crevice told a story of years gone by, of moments frozen in time. Its once vibrant red bricks were now faded and covered in ivy, a testament to nature's relentless reclaiming of what was once hers. The mansion, once a symbol of grandeur, now stood as a monument to the inexorable march of time. Broken windows stared out like empty eyes, hollow and haunting. Locals whispered tales of the mansion's tragic past, of the lives that had been touched by its shadow, tales of a tragic past, a beautiful woman and a restless spirit. The story of the mansion was intertwined with the legend of a woman whose beauty was said to be unparalleled and whose fate was sealed by sorrow. They called it Red Dress Mansion. The name itself evoked a sense of mystery and melancholy, a reminder of the woman who once graced its halls. The mansion was more than just an abandoned building. It was a vessel of sorrow echoing with the whispers of a tragedy long past. Each room held memories, each corridor a silent witness to the events that had unfolded within its walls. It was a vessel of sorrow, echoing with the whispers of a tragedy long past. The air within the mansion was thick with the weight of unspoken words, of secrets that had been buried deep within its foundations. Some dismissed it as folklore, mere superstition, but others knew better. They had seen her. The woman in the red dress was not just a figment of imagination, but a spectral presence that had been witnessed by many. The woman in the red dress. Her apparition was said to appear on moonlit nights, her figure bathed in an ethereal glow. She would stand by the window, her eyes filled with a longing that transcended time. Those who had seen her spoke of a profound sadness that seemed to emanate from her very being, a sorrow that was palpable even from a distance. The legend of the Red Dress Mansion was not just a story, but a living, breathing part of the town's history. It was a reminder of the fragility of life, of the enduring power of love and loss. And as the mansion continued to stand, weathering the ravages of time, so too did the tale of the woman in the red dress, a haunting reminder of a past that refused to be forgotten. Lillian Montague was her name, a vision of grace and elegance. Her beauty was legendary, her ruby red dress, a spectacle that captivated all who crossed her path. Born into wealth and privilege, Lillian seemed destined for a life of grandeur. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. She fell deeply in love, not with a man of her own standing, but with a humble artist named Edward. Their love was forbidden, a transgression against the rigid social hierarchy of the time. Lillian's family threatened Edward, demanding he disappear from her life. The pressure mounted, pushing Lillian to her breaking point. One stormy night, she was found dead in her room, a crimson stain blooming on the floor, her beloved red dress now a shroud. The authorities ruled it a suicide, a simple case of a heart overwhelmed by despair. But whispers of foul play lingered. Some believed Edward, in a fit of jealous rage, had taken Lillian's life. Others pointed their fingers at Lillian's own family, desperate to protect their reputation. The truth, shrouded in the mists of time, remained elusive. Years passed, and the mansion fell into disrepair. Yet the memory of Lillian Montague refused to fade. She was said to haunt the halls, forever searching for something, or perhaps someone. Those who dared to venture inside spoke of strange noises, blood-curdling screams echoing in the dead of night. Footsteps creaked on the wooden stairs when no one was around. Doors slammed shut with unnatural force. And then there was the red dress, sometimes glimpsed through the dusty windows, swaying gently as if worn by an unseen presence. Section 5. The Ghostly Waltz of Red Dress Mansion. This mansion, shrouded in mystery and steeped in legend, has long been a source of fascination and fear for the locals. Its towering spires and Gothic architecture stand as a testament to a bygone era, a time when opulence and grandeur masked the darker secrets within. One tale in particular sent shivers down the spines of the locals. It was a story passed down through generations, whispered in hushed tones around campfires and in the safety of well-lit rooms. The tale of Lillian, the tragic beauty who met an untimely end and whose spirit was said to linger in the mansion, forever bound to its decaying walls. It was said that on the anniversary of Lillian's death, a spectral waltz could be heard emanating from the ballroom. The ballroom, once the heart of the mansion's social life, now lay in ruins, its grandeur faded, but on that night it came alive with an eerie, otherworldly energy. The mournful strains of a forgotten melody danced to by unseen feet. The music, haunting and melancholic, seemed to float through the air, carrying with it the weight of sorrow and longing. It was as if the very walls of the mansion were weeping for the lost soul of Lillian. Some claimed to have seen her, a ghostly apparition, a fleeting shadow that vanished as quickly as it appeared. Those who were brave enough to venture near the mansion on that fateful night spoke of a chilling presence, a cold that seeped into their bones and a sense of being watched by unseen eyes. A fleeting glimpse of a woman in a flowing red dress, her face obscured by shadow, waltzing alone in the decaying grandeur of the ballroom. Her movements were graceful, almost ethereal, as if she were dancing on air. The red dress, vibrant and striking against the gloom, seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly light. Her laughter, some said, was like the tinkling of broken glass, beautiful yet laced with an undercurrent of madness. It echoed through the empty halls, a haunting melody that sent chills down the spine of anyone who heard it. The laughter, filled with both joy and sorrow, seemed to tell a story of love lost and a heart forever broken. The legend of the ghostly waltz of Red Dress Mansion continues to captivate and terrify, a reminder of the thin veil between the living and the dead. Section 6, A Night of Terror. My encounter. I've investigated countless haunted locations around the globe. Each one holds its own unique terror, but Red Dress Mansion. This place held a different kind of energy, an oppressive sadness that clung to you like cobwebs. I was drawn to this place, compelled to uncover the truth behind Lillian's tragic end. As darkness fell, my team and I stepped inside the mansion. The air grew instantly heavy, thick with anticipation. We were not alone. Section 7, Face to Face with Lillian. We set up our equipment, cameras capturing every shadowy corner. EMF detectors hummed with increasing intensity. The temperature plummeted, sending a chill down my spine. And then I saw her. At the end of a darkened hallway, a figure materialized. A woman in a flowing red dress. Her face, though hidden in the shadows, held an expression of profound sorrow. It was Lillian. She glided towards us, her movements fluid and graceful. Section 8, Trapped in the mansion's grip. Panic threatened to consume me. But I stood my ground, my voice trembling slightly as I called out to her. Lillian, we are here to help you. Tell us your story. Tell us what happened that night. She paused, her head tilting slightly as if considering my words. Then a blood-curdling scream pierced the silence. The sound seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. The mansion itself felt alive, its very walls throbbing with a malevolent energy. We were trapped, ensnared in Lillian's torment. Section 9, The Screaming Portrait. We rushed through the mansion, following the source of the screams. Each room we entered seemed colder, more oppressive than the last, and then we found it. In a dusty attic, a portrait of Lillian hung on the wall. Her eyes, once filled with life, now seemed to burn with an infernal fire. The screams were coming from the portrait, echoing out into the attic and beyond. It was as if Lillian's very essence was trapped within the canvas, her pain and anguish seeping out into the world. Section 10. Will you dare to enter? The question lingers in the air, heavy with anticipation and dread. The Red Dress Mansion, shrouded in mystery and whispers of the past, beckons to those brave enough to cross its threshold. We left Red Dress Mansion that night, shaken to our core. The air was thick with an unspoken fear, our hearts pounding as we tried to make sense of what we had experienced. The shadows seemed to follow us, a constant reminder of the unknown forces at play within those walls. We had captured compelling evidence, but we hadn't found all the answers. Our equipment had recorded strange noises, eerie whispers, and inexplicable movements. Yet, the more we uncovered, the more questions arose. What was the true story behind the haunting? Who was Lillian, and why did her spirit remain tethered to this place? Lillian's story remained unfinished, her spirit restless. We had glimpsed her sorrow, felt her presence, but the full tale eluded us. Was it a tragic love story, a tale of betrayal, or something even darker? The answers seemed just out of reach, hidden in the shadows of the past. The red dress mansion still stands on that hill, a haunting reminder of a love lost and a mystery unsolved. Its silhouette against the stormy sky is a testament to the secrets it holds, waiting for the right person to uncover them. The wind whispers through the trees, carrying tales of those who dared to enter and never returned the same. Some tales are best left undisturbed. The mansion's interior, with its dusty rooms and cobweb-filled hallways, speaks of years of neglect and forgotten memories. Each creak of the floorboards, each gust of wind through broken windows seems to echo with the voices of the past, warning intruders to tread carefully. But if you're drawn to the darkness, if you seek the thrill of the unknown, then perhaps Red Dress Mansion awaits you. For those with a curious heart and a brave soul, the mansion offers a journey into the depths of history and the supernatural. It's a place where the line between reality and the paranormal blurs, where every corner holds a new mystery. Just be warned, once you enter, you may never truly leave. The mansion has a way of holding on to those who dare to explore its secrets, drawing them deeper into its enigmatic embrace. So will you dare to enter? The choice is yours, but remember, some doors once opened can never be closed.